guys, and welcome back to week 2 of Trinity Kids at Home Edition. We are still answering the question about who is God. God is our creator, and this week we're going to learn about that. But before we begin, let's stand up and get ready to worship. Hey guys, so in our lesson this week, we are going to continue answering this question, who is God? And this week we are learning that God is our creator. You know, I love the beach. The beach is my favorite place to go. I love the ocean. I love the feel of the sand and the warm sun during the summertime. It's really awesome. The beach is just such a fun place to be. And God created all of that. What are some of your favorite places to go? Go ahead, tell me. Really, those sound super fun and super awesome. God made everything, and there's no better place to read about God's creation than in the book of Genesis, where it all started. So Genesis 1 tells us everything that God created. It started with the earth being formless and empty, and darkness covered the earth, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And evening passed and morning came, marking the first day of God's creation. Then God said, "Let there be space between the waters to separate the waters from the heavens and the waters of the earth." And that is what happened. God made this space to separate the waters of the earth from the waters of the heaven. And God called this space sky. And evening passed and morning came, marking the second day of God's creation. Then God said, "Let the waters beneath the sky flow together into one place so that dry ground may appear." And that's what happened. God called the dry ground land and the waters the seas. And God saw that it was really, really good. And evening passed and morning came, marking the third day. Then God said, "Let lights appear in the sky to separate the day from the night. Let them be signs to mark the seasons, the days, and the years. Let these lights in the sky shine down on the earth." And that's what happened. God made two great lights, one to govern the day and one, the smaller one, to govern the night. He also made the stars. God's creation is amazing. And evening passed and morning came, marking the fourth day. But he didn't stop there. Then God said, "Let the waters swarm and fish and other life fill the seas. Let the skies be filled with every kind of bird." So God created sea creatures and every living creature that runs in the water, and every sort of bird, and each producing offspring of the same kind. And God saw that it was really, really good. And evening passed and morning came, marking the fifth day of God's creation. Then God said, "Let the earth produce every sort of animal." That includes livestock, small animals that scurry on the ground, and wild animals. What's your favorite kind of animal? I know I personally love dogs, but what's your favorite kind of animal? And that's what happened. God made all sorts of wild animals, livestock and small animals, and each was able to produce more of that animal to fill up the whole earth. So God then created human beings. God decided to create human beings, and he said, "Let us make human beings in our image to be like us. They will reign over the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, the livestock, and all the wild animals on the earth, and the small animals that scurry along the ground." So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. Then God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth, reign over the fish of the sea and the birds of the sky and all the animals that scurry along the ground." Then God said, looked over everything that he had made, and God said, "This is good." And evening passed and morning came, marking the sixth day. And we know what happened on the seventh day. God decided to rest because he was pretty tired from making all these awesome creations. See, God is so great and so powerful. And all these things are really impressive, don't you think? What does that show you about God and who he is? What is something that God made that really impresses you? Just think about that. What is something God made that really impresses you? What is one thing that you would create if you could create anything on the earth? Think about that. What do you think you would create if you could create anything on the earth? Well, you know, God is the creator. He made our whole world and he made everything in it. No one but God can create something out of nothing. You know, we might not be able to create things as well as God, but here's something amazing about the role that God gave us when it comes to his creation. In Psalms 8, verse 3, it says, "When I look at the night sky and I see the works of your fingers, the moon and the stars that you set in place, what are mere mortals that you should think about them, human beings that you should care for them? Yet you made them only a little lower than God, and you crowned them with glory and honor. You gave them charge over everything that you made, putting all things under their authority, the flocks and all the wild animals, the birds in the sky, the fish in the sea, and everything that swims in the ocean." God gave us his creation. So we may not be able to create things as good as God, but here's something amazing about the role that God gave us when it comes to his creation. God gave us authority to take care of his creation here on this earth. Psalms 8 verse 3 through 8 tells us that when I look at the sky and I see the works of your fingers, the moon and the stars you set in place, and it says, what are human beings that you should care for them? Yet you made them only a little lower than God, and you crowned them with glory and honor, and you gave them charge over everything you made. God has given us the responsibility to care for his creation. God is our creator, and he's unmatched by anyone else. We can make things out of craft supplies or other things, but we can't make something out of nothing. We always have to have something to start with. God made something out of nothing. And what we can do is we can honor God's creation by taking really, really good care of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson, and I hope that you have learned a little bit more about who God is, because we know that he is our creator. I'll see you next time. Hey, it's time for the Books of the Bible Song Challenge. Take it away.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, and Job. Psalms and Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, and Hosea, Joel and Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. It's a letter from God that sets everyone free, a gift for you, for me. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, and Job. Psalms and Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, and Hosea, Joel and Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. It's a letter from God that sets everyone free, a gift for you, for me. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. It's a letter from God that sets everyone free, a gift for you, for me. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible. These are the books of the Bible, the wonderful books of the Bible.
Hey, it's time for the Memory Verse Challenge. Don't forget to have your parents record you on their phone and post it to our Facebook page with the hashtag TrinityKidsAtHome. So our memory verse is Psalms 8:1, and it says this: O Lord, our Lord, your majestic name fills the earth. Your glory is higher than the heavens. Psalms 8 verse 1. So that's a wrap for this week. We learned that God is our creator. I'm so glad you joined me, and I can't wait to see you next week.